Hello guys, this is Good Game Hunter with another video of World of Tanks. This time I'm doing a replay. I decided not to stream live anymore because most of the matches are not interesting, and since World of Tanks is a camping game mostly, there is not much point in streaming live unless you're doing it in a party and it's something interesting. So I'm having a replay of one of my good matches. I don't know what's going on. I think I paused it, but I don't know how to play it again. Okay, let's try to figure this out. Waiting players. How do you start this thing? Okay, there we go. So we're 1/6, 1 speed. So this is a replay of a 5v5 battle. I'm running on my M4 Sherman. It's already elite. It's been elite for a long time. It has crew at 100%. It has a brother in arms at 100%. And I think camouflage at 76. Don't ask me why. I just made the mistake of doing camo, and now I regret it because I really need the repairs. But oh well. So I don't really need to play this tank. I just play it for fun. It's my favorite tier 5 tank. And as you can see, I'm running a platoon with one of my clanmates. He hasn't loaded. He has a lower end PC and he has loading problems, but he'll be playing this through up to the end of the battle. Obviously with the M4 I'm running the 105mm gun, the high explosive loadout, and I am also having 6 heat premium rounds. Normally I don't use them because I prefer to make some profit with this tank. It's not a money maker, but it does do around 20k profit for a good match. And since I'm playing it for fun and I'm not really getting anything out of it, I might as well get some credit. So I only keep those heat ammunition for backups, in case the fate of a game depends on it. I don't really use them otherwise. As you can see, this is what Severogorsk map. This is one of the recent maps added. I think it has about 6 or 7 months. Normally all the fight here occurs on 2 hills, on the hill at the F8 and the one at the F3, and there's also a trench in the middle of the map which sometimes mediums go through, but yeah, I'm not much of a fan of that trench because you end up being surrounded by the enemy. So I went for the eastern hill, and over here we have 2 tank destroyers on my team and the scout, which is not doing much. And the enemy has a KV-1, a T-14, and I think that's an Matilda Black Prince. So there are all of them. There are tier 5 tanks, and they are pretty solid. The T-14 has a very good armor, KV has a good armor, Black Prince also has a very good armor. And what I'm doing, I'm grinding away at them with high explosives. I'm actually, right now I'm in free camera mode, but let me switch to recorded mode for a second. So what you're seeing now, it's the in-game view I had, and I think I'm gonna leave it like this for now. So I'm using my my ability to lower my gun, the gun depression of the M4, in order to snipe at their turret. Even if they have very strong tanks, their penetration is pretty weak. So I'm not getting much damage. I'm getting some bounces of my turret. And as you can see, I managed to push them back by grinding them. The advantage of having high explosive ammunition is not just the ability to do damage where you wouldn't normally penetrate, but it's also the fact that you're damaging their guns, you're damaging their crew and modules, so they are becoming less effective. So let's pause the game now for a second. Okay. So if you look at the battle situation right now, our entire western hill died, as you can see on the screen. So what's left of our team is 2 tank destroyers on this hill, my friend, which he barely loaded, so I think he didn't do much, but managed to get over here since I started. There's also an Alecto, which is not much help, especially versus tier 5. And the heads are on the other hill. So this is all our team right now. It's those tanks over here and the heads are on the other team. Versus almost their entire enemy teams. As you can see, the enemy only lost 4 tanks, out of which 2 of them were tier 4 and 2 of them were tier 3. So their entire team has all the tier 5 tanks. You can see 3 KV1s, 4 Shermans, those are not Shermans. Okay, so there is 1 Sherman, a T-14, Matilda, Panzer IV, T-34, T-28. So basically the entire team is right here, and we have to win with this format we have right now. So I'm gonna restart the playthrough. There we go. So those guys made a mistake of falling back. Well, it wasn't actually a mistake, but they didn't have any chance because I was basically grinding at them little by little. And they tried to run away. I got this one KV1 while he was backing up. Then I wanted to swarm them. I got the Black Prince. And right now it was a very difficult moment for me because I saw that M4 coming in range, and I was in an open position, and I thought to myself, okay, if this guy has a low gun, as you can see, he shot me, but I was lucky enough to dodge it. So right now I knew that I couldn't go back uphill because I was on a slope, and I decided to go for it. And luckily for me, this guy was a newbie and failed every single shot. And right now, if you can see, I switched to hit rounds because I wanted to dispatch him very quickly. I didn't want to afford getting hit. I couldn't afford getting hit. So, bam! That was it. That was a hit round going in his side. So the bullet penetrated his hull and exploded inside, which was maximum damage. Like I think it's 300 if I'm not mistaken. Okay, it's 350, which was more than enough to kill him. I forgot to switch back to normal ammunition in the heat of the battle. So as you can see, I just dinged a shot of the T-34 turret. I was thinking that I'm running normal high explosives, in which case I had a turret shot without killing, but I didn't realize I was packing heat. So I think, as you can see, the video is a bit sluggish. This is because of the replay. Yep, it's back to normal now. So somehow we managed to kill all of them. The other tank destroyers did a good job at taking care of the other tanks. So now the situation has reversed. Now they only have 2 tanks, and we have, well, now we have only 3. And I was worried right now because I knew that I have to deal with 2 KVs, and they were both strong tanks and had most of their lives intact. And I told my friend, as you can see him, he's up the hill. I told my friend to to snipe from the hill while I'll scout them. Obviously you can't hear our conversation because we were speaking on TeamSpeak. So right now I'm trying to spot them and do some damage. I know I'm not doing much damage with my high explosives versus their strong armor, but the main point was so that my friend can snipe from the hill. Which, as you can see, he's putting rounds on them, he's damaging them. There's also the TD, which is trying to flank, but he's not doing much. He's more of a distraction. And fortunately enough for us, those guys also were newbies. Instead of trying to dispatch of me, they kept standing in open field. And I think they were more concerned about that tank destroyer, which was a mistake for them because that tank destroyer doesn't do much to them. And they kept sitting in the open. Which was very poor play from them. Okay, so one of them is dead, my friend got him. And now I'm saving my last shot to get the top gun. So that was a kill steal, I admit it, I'm a kill stealer, what can you do? Okay, so that's about it in terms of what happened here. Unfortunately I can't show you the battle outcome. I think it was something around 2600 XP and a bunch of medals, ace tanker, I think Top Gun and some other one. I think maybe it was that high caliber, yep, the high caliber one. So there we go. That's a rare but very nice match with the M4. So that's it for now. See you next time with another quick replay. I'm gonna keep doing those small quick replays for fun. So bye bye.